Okay, bear with me, bear with me. Minor dyslexia kicking in. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have episode 11 of our Beginner to 2K guide, and we're going to be playing against Black Mamba for this one. He is from Vietnam, and he's around 1800 with about 350 games played, so quite a solid opponent. We're sitting at 10-0 for our record, and we're going to be going on to game 11. I don't have anything specific planned for this episode, but we'll just see what the situations I get in and how I get out of them, and I'll talk about some of the concepts that come up. I would like to talk about more late game ideas in this one, maybe Castle Age and Imperial Age. If the game gets there, we'll have to see how it goes. This one is live, by the way, so I'm trying out a different format. I am on stream currently, and so I've got the Twitch guys watching, and then I'll have you guys on YouTube later on as well. So basically we're going to do the session as normal, and at the end of the video I'm going to do a small Q&A with the Twitch guys, and that will be also uploaded to YouTube, so it should be quite interesting. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this format, and if you guys like it, we'll continue it on for the rest of the series. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Alright, so let's just hop right into this one. Arabia and a random civ. Let's go. There's my mic on. Good stuff. All good. So yeah, we're just gonna do a standard episode, and at the end we'll do a small Q&A with the chat, and hopefully that will be a nice addition to the YouTube video as well. Alright, so we got Spanish for this one. I don't think I've played Spanish yet on the series, so that's a nice civ to get here. Spanish versus Vikings, a very interesting civ matchup. The way I think of it right off the bat is Vikings, while Spanish get a really strong unit, the Conquistador, and have good options throughout the game in terms of military, the Vikings' eco advantage could be enough to actually end the game or get a significant lead throughout. So I'm going to have to really make the game kind of spicy or different, or else I'm going to have a big disadvantage going into the mid and late game if I don't do any damage to him. Alright. I don't necessarily have to do damage either. I just have to play it differently. Like, I can't just go for a straight boom into like Cavalier. I'll just get out boomed. I probably have to go for like some Conk and maybe some Siege push and Castle Age. Maybe stay on 1 TC for a little bit. Something different, something unusual. Try and throw off my opponent here. So 6 on Sheep here, pretty standard stuff. Gonna probably think of my opening. Not really gonna commit to anything yet. I don't have a backwood. I don't know where my gold is. Looks like I have back gold. Alright, getting my sheep in. So yeah, I'm not going to commit to an opening yet. It's either going to be Scout or Men-at-Arms though. In Josh FC, it could be an option. However, in this matchup it is kind of tricky. And not with this map, it's far too open, so that's out of the question. I think it's safe to open, I think it's safe to open Men-at-Arms here actually. It's probably safest. I've got a really nice backwood line. I could easily fit 2 lumber camps on it. Yeah, I think Men-at-Arms might be essential versus Vikings, or else I might fall too far behind. So let's go. Yeah, let's go for Men-at-Arms here. I have back gold, which is really, sealing the deal for me. Let's take that boar in the back. However, since I'm playing a Spanish, I don't get crossbows in Castle Age, I'm probably gonna go Men-at-Arms into skirmishers. And try to play it with some skirmishers, a very defensive style, and in the end, in Castle Age, I'm going to try and get to Conk, so making use of my unique unit, that could be the title of the video actually. So like how to go into your unique units. My boar is quite far, so I'll take 1 more sheep here, and let's get that house on the front. Very good stuff. At this point, I'm going to go scout my opponent. However, I'm going to scout around this woodline just to get a little bit more of a feel of how my map looks like. Looks like it's a very large woodline. Good stuff. Alright, so yeah, woodline kind of reaches the end of the map. Can I wall with it? You know what? It actually could be worth it. You know what? Let's do that actually. Let's send a villager out here. I'm going to keep my scout there in case there's wolves or his scout. And I'm going to wall to the edge of the map right away. And the only reason I'm able to do this is because I just simply scouted it. And if I had not scouted this big woodline, I obviously would not go for this, because this is not something that you should go for every game. However, with a map like this, an easy wall here, and then it'll make my map very nice. And then this stone automatically becomes very safe. So again, it's just thinking about my map and scouting that really will let me get this safe a start. So we'll make a house, and I'll make my barracks in the front as well. And just gonna keep my scout here in case there's any wolves in the vicinity. Boar coming in. Awesome stuff. And you will make my barracks. So I'm gonna open men-at-arms. My goal with my men-at-arms is really just to nullify his men-at-arms. So he's playing as Vikings. I'm pretty certain he's gonna go for men-at-arms. I'm gonna go scout him now. Pretty sure he's gonna go for men-at-arms. He could even go men-at-arms forward. I'm gonna go men-at-arms only to cancel out his. I'm not planning on doing damage with mine. I just wanna go men-at-arms, skirm, play defensive, survive the feudal age, and my strength with conks is in the castle age. So that's really what I'm gonna play off of here. So I'm not gonna try and do anything fancy in feudal age. Let's get loom here, send this field back, maybe even to the gold. And I'm keeping an eye on my scout on the minimap. There you go, he stopped. Let's move him a little bit. Make sure he's not gonna run into any enemy TCs. Let's drop off the berries, and we're up feudal age. So good stuff. Not a bad start for me. I'm pretty much walled on this side, so fully walled until you know, most of my map here, until this wood line. And I'm gonna open these men-at-arms. Again, let's recap the plan. So men-at-arms. Oh, one thing, I see the gold. I'm not gonna continue here though, because it's flat land. His TC could be there. Let's go back and scout on the hill. Let's scout where his TC cannot be. There we go. More hill, more wood line. We'll scout here, and we'll slowly gather clues so as to not to lose our scout and slowly scout his map entirely. Berries, we can scout near that. And let's get our second lumber camp here. And there it is, this DC is there. Again, if I continued going after the gold, I might have actually ran into that by accident. So, lucky enough, I knew about the trick and I stayed clear of that. Alright, so now I don't really know what he's up to. I'm going to expect the worst, which is men-at-arms, men-at-arm forward maybe. So I'm going to send my scout back with my men-at-arms and let's move out together as units. I see a scout there, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and attack with my men-at-arms. So the only reason I'm attacking is because I don't see where he's at, and I don't want to waste my men-at-arms. I see the barracks now, so I have a free shot with my men-at-arms now. Absolutely free shot with my men-at-arms. Let's go for the berries. Again, you're trying to go for anything that's open in this case. Oh, he's did a really nice quick wall. Can I still get in there? Oh, that's a mistake from him. And I don't get a free villager for it. Yeah, I'll get a free villager. Nice. And let's run back out. So, good stuff. And at home, still not committing too much. Getting my eco upgrades. Getting some farms down. Because I remember, I want to go skirms. But I want to see what he's up to first. Because if he goes archers, I'll go skirms. If he goes stable, then I'm not gonna go skirms, of course. Let's pause here. So, we have to make a decision. Our initial assumption about Vikings was that they're going to go for men-at-arms, maybe a drush, and they'll eventually end up with archers. That's how we thought they were going to be played. Maybe in theory, that's how they should be played. However, our opponent is opening with a stable. We have to drop the theory and play the practical game now. He just made a stable, meaning my plan to go skirmishers is completely out the window now. Instead of continuing to go skirmishers like a robot, let's try to adapt and make the best decision based on the information we have. So we still have the men-at-arms in his base, so we're going to buy us another like 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. And then let's try and find an answer to his scouts. So with a normal save, I'd follow it up with archers, because, archers, good to go up to castle age, get crossbow, solid stuff. Obviously, Spanish don't get crossbow, so we're going to have to find a different approach here. And what I'm thinking is just adding a stable myself. So my plan now is to take my villas off gold and go for a stable myself, but first I'm going to get the farm upgrade to be able to seed a lot of farms now, add a stable, and go for some scouts. My plan is still to go conks and castle. That didn't change. However, my feudal age will change based on that stable scouting. So again, it seems like a small thing to scout the stable there, but it was actually huge. Actually huge.
Yes.
All right, so let's do just that. Let's pull off these villas, send them back, and I'm gonna get my eco upgrades. Still haven't gotten those. Ooh. Is that a free villager here? No, we're gonna go for the scouts instead. Maybe that was a mistake, I don't know. Good stuff. There we go. And like I said, don't be afraid to pull those off gold. I mean, we don't really need that gold now. No point in having them there. And let's continue walling with one villa. In fact, let's get a spearman out as well. You know, we scouted the stable. We might as well prepare for it. Let's get a spearman out. I have the option to send him forward, but I'm just going to send him defensively. Because like I said, our plan is really to play with conks and castle. We don't have to win this game in feudal age by any means here. Alright, so just going to simply be walling up here. And again, this wall is pretty much made possible because I scouted this. So I really just can't stress how important scouting is, boys. Keeping my TC running here. Patrolling with one spear at home. I could add a second if I need to. I don't think I need to. And let's hit his berries. And even if I don't do any damage to my men-at-arms, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In fact, let's just pull back here. I could probably get another vill. Let's just pull back and let's trade versus the scouts. I just want to keep this attack going as long as possible, pretty much. And now I'm going to get my stable on the front. Again, plan is really not to win in feudal age. It's to win in either castle age or in super late game. Alright, good stuff. These men at arms again, they're on stand ground except until I'm going to take a big fight here. Normally I won't take this, but I just want to, I know I'm going to get cleaned up, so I just want to do as much damage as possible. And I'm going to run away with my scouts. So if a fight is lost, I like to try and save my scouts. And now I'm fully walled, so the men-at-arms did their job. They got some villagers, but even if I got nothing there, even if I killed 0 villagers, they are still worth it because I bought myself some time. I'm now transitioning. Well, let's just make sure this was walled. I'm now transitioning to scouts myself, so I'm going to be fighting for map control that way. And let's go for some stone, so I can eventually end off with conks. So yeah, let's wall this up. It is walled. Very nice. So I'm going to save my scouts here, bring that guy back. And let's go over to stone. So at this point, I want to rebalance my economy. I need only 5 on each lumber camp. I had an extra one there because I pulled them off gold. And now let's just fix my berries. I'm going to make 1 farm and then send the rest to gold. Gonna make some scouts. So, okay, let me talk about one more thing here. So I am fully, he's not happy with the pauses. So I am fully walled. But the reason I don't like to stop making military altogether is because if I don't make any military, it leaves the door open for him to add in towers, for him to go forward, go all in feudal, break into my walls, and cause me a lot of problems. So I'm just going to make a few scouts here, contest the map a little bit, and safely get up to castle age where I can go for my conks, and my plan is right back on track. So yeah, this guy's not on board with the pauses, so I'll try to keep them at a minimal for the rest of the game. Very nice. Alright, so 4 on stone. Let's do 2 more on gold, and then I'll get wheelbarrow up. The reason I'm going with 2 is because... Oh, hold on. Yeah, the reason I'm going to go with 2 is because I like to have 5 on gold before clicking wheelbarrow. And if you do that, you always have enough gold to castle age when wheelbarrow is done. So it's a little trick there. If you guys want to know some nice eco tips, that's definitely one of them. And again, the scouts will now just contest the map control over sim. 4 on 5, but I got my spear coming, so it's okay. Oh, that's some really nice hits for me. Oh, he's making a big mistake here fighting. And there you go. I'm able to actually contest the map quite nicely. Let's get my blacksmith now. And at this point, I'm going to stop making scouts because obviously my plan is not to win with scouts. Again, my plan is simply just to go up to castle and get to conks. But these few scouts to, trade versus his scouts, regain my map control, and keep an eye on what he's doing. I think this is a very valuable step that a lot of maybe lesser experienced players will skip out on and end up getting punished by late feudal towers, and then they wonder why their FC conks did not work, even though when they watch pros do it, it usually works. Alright, so I'm just going to run by here. I'm not going to do damage because I don't want to win the game in feudal age. I want this to really drag on to decision making. Alright, so I'm just going to scout on, see what he's up to. And let's get up to castle age. Alright, interesting. Again, scouting information. I see that he's going for archers. What does this change for me? Well, basically, now when I get to up to castle age, my first plan will be to get down a siege workshop and a castle. If I saw him only on knights, or only on stable, no archers, then I would not make the siege workshop and instead make maybe a monastery or maybe some TCs. Yeah, not going to kill any vills. I don't want Micro to have any factor in this. I'm just scouting with those guys. Gonna need a couple more on gold maybe. Let's get up to 7 on gold because I'm gonna need a siege workshop and conks. Might be quite heavy on the gold cost. I don't think I need more farms though. I'll remake these farms because again I'm gonna go for a nice one. I'm gonna go for a few food unit and castle. Let's go ahead and get bloodlines. All the upgrades we need pretty much. Excuse me. Alright, and like I said, scouting information very valuable. 2 mining camps, I don't agree with that. I don't think you guys should do that. It's better just to do with 1 mining camp and save the extra wood to add some TCs. Alright, so let's go up to the cast stage now and start talking about where my TCs will go. Since I'm not doing anything, it might as well, you know, it's a good time to think about that. I think a TC out here would be really nice on this gold. And deleting my lumber camp here and making a TC would be really good as well. I could also consider going out here, but I think this is just too far forward. This hill would be really, really good for me though. You know what? You know what? Okay, I'm going to pause one more time. I'm going to pause one more time because this hill actually catches my eye quite a bit here, okay? So again, let's recap what my initial win condition was. I recognize Viking as a civ that when given a free boom will easily outboom Spanish and he'll get an advantage off that. My win condition is definitely a push in Castle Age. And this hill might just be the way to do it. It's a big hill. It spans up until, you know, his base. If I can go from this hill to hit this hill. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I want to get my castle here. But I can't just move out for that. I'm going to need some mangonels and maybe a couple knights to gain some map control. So I'm going to make 2 knights. I'm going to get my siege workshop and make 1 mangonel. And then I'm going to send like 5 or 7 vills, get a castle on this hill, and then push with conks and siege. And I might even add in some monks after. So that's my whole plan. And then if I have economy left over or resource left over, I'm going to invest them into my economy by adding in TCs and getting my eco upgrades, stuff like that. Alright, that's going to be my game plan here. I did not see that hill. I was going to do my castle at home, but I saw that hill and it's very tempting. I'm going to go for it. Alright. Yes. That's basically how my mind works and how, you know, what I'm looking for when trying to make decisions. So let's go here. Let's get my siege workshop down instantly. You know what, let's build it with a few villas. I really want to get this hill, getting a couple knights out to be able to snag that control. Let's keep an eye on his archers as well. Good stuff. Alright, so let's send out my villas now. My castle here, mangonels out, a couple knights, as we talked about. And as long as I don't see his army, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. Get my eco upgrades, and I have some leftover resources, so you know what, get the TC here, and then get my wood upgrade here. Since I know he's got archers, but I don't know where they are, I'm going to get Town Watch here. Because I don't want him to surprise me. I want him, you know, to come right into my trap. Right into where I'm aware he's coming in from. Let's keep my scouts moving. And you know, I've got a low HP scout. Let's scout the rest of the map as well. Something I like to do to raise my score and get some extra exploration. Alright, so these knights are solely to take control of this hill. If I didn't need to take control of this hill, I would not make the knights. They're kind of useless. Let's get husbandry and let's tech into the conquistadors now. And I'm going to get a ram to try and break in there. Remember when I said this place was too far forward? And now that I have the castle, I'm able to go for that TC. So again, I am getting actually some really good TC locations because I am playing aggressive. And now I don't need that much stone. Let's take these guys off and let's go to the wood. Because now it's really about wood, food, and gold. He hasn't turned up yet, which is weird. Normally you think he'd attack me with his crossbows. I'm keeping really good vision around. Alright, and he's got handcart here, so I definitely have to push in the near future. Take those deer, get some farms down. Getting my ram forward now. And I'm gonna keep my mangonel on defense pretty much. Wherever he shows up, the mangonel will be responsible to fend off his attack really. I just noticed I didn't go for this gold, so gold might be an issue. I went on double wood. It's not the end of the world, but it's something to keep in mind. If you go 2 TCs on wood, that you might have a gold issue once your main gold runs out. Okay, there we go. He showed up with his crossbows, and he is defending, so let's send my mangonel forward. And I'll even make another mangonel. Getting all my upgrades, as I pretty much always do here. That ram is going down. Oh, this mangonel will be really good. Alright, let's fight him here. He's trying to micro. Oh, that's a big shot. That's a big shot. Alright, let's hit and run here. As soon as he kills my knight though, I'm going to go back. Because I don't want to lose my conks to crossbows on hills. I'm just gonna take safe fights here. Ooh, so that's a mistake for me. I have a gather point in the wrong spot. Let's put the gather point on woodline for now. And I'm coming back forward. You know what, actually? Let's break out here. Let's put the gather point on this gold. I really want to expand and get more gold. Even though I've got a lot in the bank, my main gold will eventually run out. And now I'm spending a lot more gold here. Adding in mangonels and conchs. So again, the plan now is just to spend resources. I already have it laid out. Everything I have will be invested into this push now. Why go half-assed? Why try and save up for imp? No, no, no. We're going to go in to this mangonel and conch push. Everything I have will be to try and make this push work. Alright? And at home, just maintaining a standard 3TC boom. You guys have seen me do this countless times now. Oh, they're going to eventually make mistakes, guys. Yeah, he's not happy about that. The ram will continue making work. We've got some extra resources. Let's continue pushing. And again, I'm just spending all my resources. Queue up a lot of bills. I'm literally spending on all my resources as soon as they come in. Look at this. Keeping them as low as humanly possible. Alright, let's see if we can push in here. More things coming. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Alright, alright. I might have to actually switch up my plan here. So I've seen something that's a little bit suspect. Alright, so without pausing here, let's think of a counter to those monks. Oh! Good shots. Nice. Oh my, that's a really good shot. I don't need a counter to the monks. I just need to run in now. And I think he will lose. I got a big shot now. I'm going to capitalize. I'm going to jump on my opponent, give him no time to breathe. Let's jump on him and really just deal the damage now. Everything forward. Trying to pass some more resources. Let's get hand cards, markets, spend them all. There you go. Those conchs. I spent them in pretty much like 10 seconds. And that's really just what's going through my mind in Castle Age. Checking my idols every now and then. I'm playing with no idols, 3TC boom. And doing some basic micro in the front. Nothing crazy. I think the best thing that I'm doing right now is just managing everything at once. You know, just, you know, multitasking, I guess. Which that comes with practice. But like I said, if you have a good plan in mind, if you know where your actions should be committed, it's going to be a lot easier for you to play it out. I realize I might need some more stone here. So let's try and allocate my bills towards stone. Have some extra wood. Let's spend it. Let's get some farms going. And then let's spend the food that comes with it. So when I saw him going for monks, I immediately thought, okay, maybe I'll switch into light cav. However, he wasted a lot of his crossbows, and in the end, there's nothing to protect the monks, so I didn't have to go for any light cav switch. And now it's a pretty straightforward game to end it off here. He's got no answer to the conchs. I'm pushing in. All right, now my resources are starting to pile up again. Maybe I should start thinking of imp. Nope, not yet. It's still a bit early. I can still do damage in castle, so let's continue spending it. Keep an eye on all my units here. Oh, he's doing some really good mangonel. Oh, attack round? Wow, that's impressive. Honestly, well done. Well done there, Black Mamba. That was nice. We can just run in and snipe that though. Good. So again, playing at the top of the hill. Let's get a monastery. We can easily make use of the map control, get some relics. My resources once again starting to stockpile. Let's see if I can spend them. Let's go with 4th TC. That's not something you see often from me. A 4th TC. It just came down to me spending my resources, and now they're piling up too much. Now it's time to go imp. When they're stockpiling way too much and you just physically cannot spend them as fast as they're coming in, now you know it's a good time for imp. And I'm gonna go for that. Almost up for a second castle. See my eco upgrades. I already have my farm upgrade. Very good stuff. And continue to invest into these conchs. Let's pick up the relics though. Like I said, just making use of map control. And yeah, this 4th TC, normally I advocated to do it outside on extra resources. But in this case, this was kind of far from my main base, so I figured it's okay. It's justified to take this gold instead of a further one. So that's pretty much what that 4th TC is about. And now I can place another castle. It's fine if I push a little bit further because I have full map control. If I didn't have map control, if I wasn't this far ahead, doing a defensive one on this hill or on this hill would be fine as well. This helps for the late game. However, with the position I'm in now, the best place would be to secure more control of the center of the map. And a castle right here would be fantastic. I'm controlling the biggest hill in the middle of the map between my opponent and I. This hill is definitely the best place for me to place the castles now. Alright, as far as unit combinations, nice, he paused now, so it's my time to talk with his pause, so he can't complain. Very good. So now I have to talk about unit composition in Imp. So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how do I play my Imps? This is how. I'm going to think of a main unit, a trash unit to go along with it, and a siege unit. My siege unit in this case, since I already have the castles, will be Trebs. My main unit, since I have the mass, will be Conks. I already have most of them there, and it's fine. I don't have to switch into Paladin. I can stay with Elite Conks. My trash unit, I'm going to hold off a little bit and decide based on what he's doing. Trash unit could be Hussar. It could be Skirmishers if he's going for Arbalest. And then my siege unit could be Onagers if I need to. If not, Trebs will work just fine. Bomber cannons is also an option. Siege Jam as well. I've got a lot of flexible options in terms of siege, but definitely Conks main unit, Hussar or Skirm as the secondary unit. And again, this is purely matchup dependent and situation dependent. So don't take this as like the go-to guide for every Spanish late game.
Yes.
Alright, so second castle going up. Still making my conks. Not doing anything else though. I'm not making a second unit just yet. I'm not going to transition too early. I want to really commit to my main unit. Get all the upgrades on that one first. And then commit to a side unit. Oh, a little split there for me. I think we're at the 1800 level. I'm allowed to split now. You guys all do it anyways. Good idea at this point as well. Get some outposts on the side. Vision is good. I have vision here and here. And I see what's going on, but Outpost gives you permanent vision. It basically lets you play on all visible, which is exactly, what we want ideally. And now, Elite Conk, upgrades, and the GG is called. Alright. So there's the GG. Again, let's quickly recap this game because, a sudden GG at Imp. I mean, it's pretty much over now, so I don't blame him. This is a good time for him to call it. However, I would have liked to play a little bit longer in Imperial Age, just to show you how I go about my transitions. I hope my my verbal thought process was helpful. Yeah, so quickly recap. So I noticed, my Civ, definitely a disadvantage if we play an even game. I play Men-at-Arms. I expected him to do so. He didn't. I adapted to his scouts by adding in a stable of my own. So again, I always adapted. I was going to go for a castle at home. I saw this massive hill, decided I wanted to get a castle on the hill, went for it, but obviously I didn't just blindly go for it. I prepared for it. I went for a siege shop, I went for some knights, all things I did because of my scouting and my constant gathering of information. And then finally in Imperial Age, in Castle Age, I really just ended it off with my initial plan, which is I need to play with my most powerful unit in Castle Age where we're on, a different footing. He might have more economy with handcart and stuff, but I've got more of a powerful army, and it just makes for an interesting dynamic that could actually make him, force him to make mistakes and let me snag a win. If I played this one at home with some knights or whatever, it might not have been as simple as this. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we're not going to end it off just here. I'm going to go for a Q&A with the Twitch chat now, and that's going to be new to the episode. Did I fail? Wait, why are you guys saying fail? What's wrong? It's fine. My Twitch chat's trolling. Alright. So guys, Q&A in the chat. And this will go to YouTube, so you can say hi YouTube as well. I'm still wondering what's going on. Alright, good stuff. Hold on. Alright, good stuff. So let's talk about some question and answer here. And let's switch to a good scene. There you go. So you guys can see the chat on the very bottom there. Okay, so Q&A, guys. Any questions about that game or in general? All right, there you go. You guys see it now. What is the best civ to learn this game with? I think random civ is fine to learn all the civs slowly. If you want to pick one, I would recommend Huns because they don't need houses and it's a lot easier to learn that way. How to defend that? Actually, that's a good question. The best way he could have done to defend it would be to either, push me and late fuel, apply more pressure with, some archers, or just go up to Castle Age and go for crossbows and control the hill. He gave up that hill for free, whereas he could have attacked me a lot earlier with his crossbows. Instead, he gave it up for free, and I just took advantage of that. Future me, are you still trash? I like that one. I can't remember if it was mentioned in any of the other guides, but is there a time where you feel it is right to throw down a market? My thoughts on market is this. Don't get it in Feudal Age as a habit. However, if you are floating a lot of wood, let's say 500, 600, and you've got nothing else to spend it on, drop a market. If not, I like to get it in Castle Age, something like mid-Castle Age. But I don't like to drop it in Feudal Age too often because I like to save the wood and use it to drop some early TCs instead. It helps your economy so much. How is the wall on the far right side a good idea in the early game? The reason it was such a good idea is because it was, first of all, a really small wall, and also it makes me play as if nothing can come there. So it's more of a psychological factor. So even if he wasn't going to attack me from there, even if he was on the other side, he was going to go scouts, and scouts are mobile. So if I don't wall that off, he could easily sneak around. Since I walled it so early, I knew that there's no way anything can go through there, and just the reason I did it early was just to secure it. No, nothing too complicated. It was just to secure it. How does your game plan change if you can't get control of the middle hill? Basically, I would still do the same thing, except I would start with a castle at home, continue mining some stone slowly, and then eventually, once I have control with mangonel and conchs from my home, so I would do my castle at home, mangonel conchs as usual. I'd mine some stone, and then my second castle will be more forward on a hill, or even just off a hill or just on flat ground, but forward. That would be the way to play it. But since I got the hill with one castle, that's all I needed. How to play with no walls versus walls? I think you're getting into the place where it depends, Shawshank, but basically with vision. If you're not walled and you're playing against someone who's fully walled, you need to play with vision and you need to try and predict what he's going to go for. That's the best way to do it. Is Viking more than Spanish in general? I would say yes. In general, they are the favorite civ in this matchup, Z-Top. How to improve your mechanical skill? Does Micromania scenario help? I think watching pros micromanage their units and seeing how they do it is the place to start. And then the second is just to practice in your own games and then just try to imitate them. That's how I learned. I watched pros micro and I was like, I see how they do that. I'm going to do the same. And then eventually I learned my own tricks as well. If he goes with scouts and attacks the wall, you can't defend it right. It's just the time it takes to delay him. Yeah, that wall on the side, if he's going to break that wall, then I will make a few spears and be ready when he ends up getting in. So it's just buying time. That's all it is. All right, last question here. When you're playing against conchs, how do you decide where to position your monasteries? I find it difficult to defend all sides of my base with the monks. The best thing I can tell you, Sarah Kern, is to find other ways of getting vision. Get outposts everywhere around your base if you needed. Get town watch. You can try and defend with some guard towers as well. But if monks is really your only, defense, the best thing to do is to position TCs in strategic locations and then keep the monks in the most exposed position, or the position where he's most likely to attack. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to drop a like and also comment down below what you guys think of this little Q&A at the end of the stream. If you guys like this, I will make this a regular thing where I'll do these episodes live on Twitch so you guys can catch it live, and I'll also upload it to YouTube as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Drop a comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, fucking Twitch chat. What's up? How was that? That was pretty good. Can I get a clap in the chat? Can I get a clap in the chat? I feel like I did pretty good there. There's fucking something on my lip, bro. I need water or what, man?